Now, are you able to see something on the screen? Okay. We will just try to recapitulate whatever we have just seen in the last class. I mentioned that this particular lesson, Lost Spring, is speaking about lost childhood. This lesson has got two parts. The first part is speaking about Sahib Alam, who is a rag picker. He lives in Simapuri. He comes from Bangladesh, Dhaka, because there were natural calamity and man-made calamities like war. They were not able to have food in their country. They were not able to have any peaceful life there. So they have run away from there and they have come and taken shelter in India. The place where they are living is Simapuri. Simapuri is in the outskirts of Delhi, just in the boundary of Delhi. Delhi is the capital of India. We know that it is well developed. But Simapuri has not tasted any development of Delhi, because what happens, that is a jungle. When people started living there, people means the people who have come from Bangladesh started settling there, including the family of Sahib. It was a wilderness. It was a jungle. Now, even today also it is a jungle only, but they are not able to, means it is not empty. Even though it is a jungle, even today it is not empty. Why it is not empty? Because these refugees are living over there. So we find that these people just go around. Sahib and his friends are just going around and collecting old materials and then trying to survive. So we find that these people are actually deprived of their childhood because of three factors. What are the three factors that make their life miserable? One is poverty, another one is tradition, and another one is a bureaucrat. Bureaucrats means officials. Sahib's name is Lord of the Universe. Without knowing his name, he is just roaming around the street, because you see, his name does not actually applicable to him, because the meaning of the name, his name has got a meaning, but his life is totally different. And the second part of the lesson is speaking about Mukesh. Mukesh is living in the dusty street of Firozabad. The street of Firozabad is the capital of a district in Uttar Pradesh. We know that Firozabad is very famous in India because this is the city which is making bangles for all the women in the country. So it has been mentioned, it is dusty. Why it is dusty? It is dusty because the dust that gets separated from polishing of the bangles are filled in the atmosphere of Firozabad. So it is a very polluted city. Therefore, we can imagine what would be the health condition of the people. The people suffer from allergy problems, asthmatic problems, and other health hazards, because the city is full of dust which is getting separated from the polishing of the glass bangles. So we find one change in the attitude of Sahib Alam and Mukesh. The first part of the lesson, we find that Sahib Alam is not happy with his second job of working in a tea shop. He says that he has lost his freedom. The bag that he was carrying earlier was out of his free will, because in order to collect that old material, he was having a plastic bag with him. So he says that was lighter. It is not that no material is there inside that bag, therefore it is lighter. He says that he did it by himself. When somebody is compelling somebody to do something, we find it difficult. But the second item, that is the canister, the steel container in which he is carrying milk, he says that it belongs to the owner, which means that the owner is compelling him to carry that one. Even though he is getting 800 rupees as his monthly income, his wage, and all, also all meals. Definitely he is in a better financial condition, but he is not happy. The reason he says that he is no more his master. The second part of the lesson, Mukesh wanted to become his own master. How he wanted to become his own master? He doesn't want to just continue the job of bangle making. He wanted to change that particular job. He wanted to become a motor mechanic. He wanted to learn driving. When he says that he wanted to drive a car, Anis Jung asked him, do you know anything about the cars? He says that I will learn. I do not know how to drive the car, but I will learn. So when he says this answer, he looks in the eye of the Anis Jung, and from there we can understand that his dream is not far away, because there is determination, there is no hesitation. He will be able to achieve his dream. In Firozabad, every family, every member of the family, including that of Mukesh, is engaged in making bangles. They sit in front of the blazing flames, and then they used to weld the bangles. Mukesh family also is one among such family. Now, there are some important points in this particular paragraph, so I need to read this paragraph. If you have the test, you can follow it. I want to drive a car. On page 17 of your textbook, Mukesh family is among them. None of them know that it is illegal for children like him to work in the glass furnace with a high temperature in dingy cells without the light that the law, if enforced, could get him and those 20,000 children out of the hot furnaces where they slog their daylight hours. So the lesson says that around 20,000 children are engaged in the bangle making industry in Firozabad, and also mentions that it is illegal for employing children in this kind of hazardous jobs. Why? They are working in glass factories, in front of the glass furnace. Furnace means the place where they are melting. This glass is known as furnace. It has got high temperature in dingy cell. Dingy means dark cell. Sufficient light is not there. Without air and light, sufficient light and air is not there. And if the law is enforced, there is a law which is banning that child labor is abolished in India. In India, what is the problem? We have got too many laws, but the laws are not respected by the people. It is not implemented, nor enforced, nor followed. When there is a problem, immediately people will just make the law makers will make a law, and the people will follow for some time. After some time people will forget, and the police also, or the people who are supposed to implement the law also, ignore it. So here what happens? The law that is existing, if it is enforced, he says that these 20,000 children can be got rid of these hot furnaces where they slog their daylight hours. Slog means work hard. During the day when children like to play outside, during the day when children normally go to school and take part in the learning, teaching process, or the games and other activities. These children are very unfortunate that during the day they sit in a dark cell and they help their parents in order to earn their living. So what happens is that before they become elders, they are losing the brightness of their eyes. At the younger age itself, these children lose their eyes. This is one of the demerits of working in a bangle factory. They lose their eyesight. Mukesh's eyes beam as he volunteers take me home. So what happens here? Mukesh says that he is ready to take Anis Jung to Mukesh's house. When some of our friends wants to visit our house. If our house is presentable, if it is in good shape, we like to take them. If it is not in good shape, we doesn't want to take them. So here what happens is that his house is comparatively probably better than other houses in that locality. But when you compare his house with our own houses, maybe it is nowhere. So Mukesh proudly volunteers. He wanted to take her to his house because he proudly says that his house is being rebuilt. The house is getting renovated. It is getting repaired. So Anischang and he himself is walking to the place where his house is. We walked down stinking lanes stocked with the garbage, stinking, foul smelling. All the rubbish has been gathered and dumped in either side of the street. It's a dirty area. So through that stinking lanes means a street, they are just walking, choked with the garbage, waste. Past homes that remain hovels with the crumbling walls. So they are just going through hovels. Hovels means one room houses. The houses which is having only one room. Everything happens inside that house only. Everybody stay in that house. Cooking takes place. All the work is in that kind of house, room only. They do have crumbling walls. Crumbling means broken walls. They are crowded with the families of humans and animals. So what is the condition of their house? They have got crumbling walls, wobbly doors. The lesson says wobbly doors, loose doors. When you are opening and closing the doors, what happens? It touches the ground. When they are opening and closing the doors, it touches the ground and it makes a lot of noise. So that is why it is wobbly doors. So their houses are hovels, their walls of their houses are crumbling, and then their doors are wobbly. It is having no windows, but it is crowded with the families of humans and animals who all are living in their houses. Not only human beings, animals are also living in their own houses, almost in a primeval state. They are coexisting in a primeval state. Primeval means ancient state. In the ancient time, human beings and animals did not have separate houses. They were living in the cave, under the tree, etc. They were living together with the animals. So here, even in this present time, these people are living together with their animals in their own houses, and houses already described here. So they came, both of them together came. They are standing in front of a house. The house belongs to Mukesh. So what happens? He stops at the door of one such a house, bangs a wobbly iron door with his foot, pushes it open. We enter into a half-built shop. In one part of it, thatched with the dead grass, is a firewood stove over which sits a large vessel of sizzling spinach leaves. So they came to a house of the similar type which is explained earlier, means one roof house. The house is thatched with dead grass, pullu menjadana, and as the door is also wobbly, he knocked at one door and just kicked and opened with his foot, pushes open that door. They enter inside that house. When they entered, they found that it was a half-built shack, because it was mentioned earlier that his house is being renovated, repaired. Half-built shack. Shack means shed. It is half-built only. Pagdi bhagam matre repair cheyiditullu. In one part of it, thatched with the dead grass. One part of the house was actually covered with the dead grass. Onangiya pullu kondu menjirikkunnu. Is a firewood stove over which sits a large vessel of sizzling spinach leaves. So inside that house, there is a large vessel. You can see in the picture, in a large vessel in which there is a sizzling spinach leaves, spinach, vegetable spinach. Now, sizzling means it is already getting cooked, so it is making sound. So that sound is mentioned here. So on the ground we can find large aluminium plantains. So you can see the picture of plantains, large aluminium plates. Plantains means plates. Are more chopped vegetables. There are more cut vegetables are kept. Already spinach is getting cooked in the stove. And there are more containers are kept there in which they do have more cut vegetables which is ready to get cooked. You can find a frail young woman. Frail means very weak. Who is that frail young woman? She is actually cooking the evening meal for the whole family. Normally in a family, the food is cooked by the mother. If the mother is aged or not there, or mother is helped by the other members of the family. So in northern culture, if a boy get married, if a man get married, and when his wife comes to the house, the responsibility of the house or the managing the kitchen and other affairs is handed over to the woman who is coming into the family. So the same situation here. A frail young woman is cooking the evening meal for the whole family. Why she is frail? Because they are poor. She is very weak. She is cooking the meal for the whole family. That means Mukesh is there, Mukesh's father is there, his brother is there, mother and other people are there. So, this lady is cooking the food for everybody. Through the eyes filled with the smoke, she smiles. The room is completely filled with the smoke because it's a single room house. The food is being cooked inside the room. So what happened? She smiles, somebody enters inside, even though the room was filled with the smoke. Who is that particular lady? She is the wife of Mukesh, elder brother. That means in that family Mukesh is there, Mukesh elder brother is there, and Mukesh father is there, and Mukesh mother is there. Not much older in years, she began to command respect as the Bahu, the daughter-in-law of the house, already in charge of 3 men, her husband, Mukesh, and their father. Now, who is this lady? This lady is the wife of Mukesh, elder brother. And she is the Bahu. Bahu means daughter-in-law. Bahu is a Hindi word. Bahu. Bahurani. Bahu. It is a respectable word which is given to a woman who comes in marriage to a particular family. The woman is the Lakshmi of the house who comes into the house. The moment that lady enters into the house, the mother-in-law hands over the key of the kitchen and other things to her. In that way, she is respected. So, even though she is not very older in years, she is very young, she is actually commanding respect as the Bahu. She is getting the respect of a daughter-in-law of the house, and she is already in charge of the 3 men in the house. In charge of the 3 men means looking after the day-to-day necessities of the 3 men. Who are these 3 men? Definitely the husband and Mukesh and their father. When the older man enters, so now this is speaking about the custom of the northern people. We don't have probably this kind of custom in our area. Now the master of the house, that is the father of Mukesh and Mukesh's elder brother. So the custom demands that the daughter-in-law must veil their faces before male elders. A daughter-in-law who comes into the house, she is not supposed to show her face in front of the male elders. In front of Mukesh, she can show her face. She can show her face to Mukesh elder brother because he is the husband. But when father-in-law, he is an elderly person, and other elder members of the family, especially male, not female, when they enter, the Bahu is supposed to cover her face with the end of the sari, and that is why they don't show their face in front of the elders. So in this case, the master of the house is a bangle maker who knows nothing except the art of bangle making. That means Mukesh father, Mukesh elder brother's father, the father-in-law of the Mukesh, elder brother's wife, is actually the master of the house. When he enters the house, she is supposed to cover her face with the end of the sari. He is a poor bangle maker. Why? Because despite the long years of hard labor, first as a tailor, then as a bangle maker, he has failed to renovate a house. He worked very hard as a bangle maker. Even though he worked hard, he was not able to renovate his house. He could not repair his house. Now, who is repairing the house? The children probably helping to repair the house. He could not send his two sons to school. Mukesh and the elder brother was not sent to school. All that he managed was to teach the children what he knows. What he knows? He knows only one thing, that is to make bangles. He could not just help them in anything else except to just help them to make bangles. So, father knows only one business, that is making bangle. He could not send his children to the school, but he just taught them how to make bangles. So that is why their family business, family line job is bangle making. So they don't have any complaint. Mukesh thinks differently, but elders don't have any complaint. What do they say? It is their karam is destiny. Karam means karmam. Karma means destiny. Destined by God. Why am I a bangle maker? God asked me to be a bangle maker. This particular job has been given to me, so I cannot revolt, I cannot stop doing that one. This is a belief of the people. Who says? Mukesh grandmother said, who has watched her own husband go blind with the dust from polish in the glass of bangles. Mukesh grandmother says that bangle making is their destiny. Adavarade karmamana. That is their karam. And she does not complain, even though she has seen that in front of her eyes her husband is becoming blind because of the dust that is getting separated from polish in the bangles. She asks a question. What is the question that she is asking? Can a God-given lineage ever be broken? God-given lineage. Lineage means ancestry. Ancestry means something which is followed from the ancestors to the present time. Our ancestors were bangle makers and we are bangle makers. So we cannot break that lineage. We cannot put a stop to that particular job. She means to say that born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangle. What she want to say? They have been born into the caste of bangle makers and they have not seen anything. Only they have seen bangles. Where do they see bangles? Inside the house, in the yard, in every other house, every other yard, every street in Firozabad. So they find bangles everywhere, multicolored bangles everywhere, glass bangles everywhere, inside the house, in the yard, outside the house. വീടിൻ്റെ മുറ്റത്ത് അവർ കാണുന്നത് ബാംഗിൾസ് ആണ്. And they find in every house. How? They say the bangles are sunny gold, different colors, spirals of bangles, coils of bangles. You can see in the picture, coils of bangles, spirals of bangles. In every color, sunny gold, paddy green, royal blue, pink, purple, every color born out of the 7 colors of the rainbow. It does not say that 7 color only. It says that every color that can be made out of the 7 colors of rainbow, they make bangles. It is like mound in unkempt yards. So this kind of bangles are actually lying down, unkempt, not properly maintained. Yard, mittam. വൃത്തികെട്ട മിറ്റം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നീറ്റായി വെക്കാത്ത മിറ്റത്ത് കൂട്ടം കൂടി കിടക്കുന്നു. Are piled on 4-wheeled carts. They are also piled in 4-wheeled carts. We have seen 4-wheeled carts in which piles of bangles are actually kept and they are pushing. lies in mounds in unkempt yards or piles on four-wheeled carts, pushed by young men along the narrow lanes of the shanty town. So after having kept these different colored bangles on the four-wheeled carts, young men are pushing that cart through the narrow lanes of the streets of the shanty town. Shanty means dirty town. For what? In order to give to the people to sell. And the dark hutments, they are little houses which is dark, next to the lines of flames of flickering oil lamps. Flickering means jumping, oil lamp. Electric light, when it is burning, it just remains in the same glow. But if you just light a lamp, what happens? His flame will be jumping, flickering lamps. Electricity is not there. Sit boys and girls with their fathers and mothers. So who is working in that dark cells in order to make bangles in the presence of the flickering lamps? Every boy and a girl along with their mothers and fathers. What are they doing? Welding pieces of colored glass into circles of bangles. So what are they doing? They are actually welding pieces of colored glass into circles of bangles. They make coils first. After that, they have to cut into pieces and then they have to weld. If you take a glass bangles and examine properly, you can find at one point there is a welding sign. So every bangle has to be welded and taken. That has to be done by hand, not by machine. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. So since throughout the day, throughout their life, they are spending in the darkness, even during the day, in the dark cells, their eyes are accustomed with the darkness over there. Their eyes cannot bear the light outside. It is just like when a cinema starts, when you enter inside, you are not able to see inside. It is very dark. When you stay there for some time, your eyes get adjusted to the darkness and you are able to see the seat. Otherwise, you will go and sit in the lap of somebody else. So here, the same situation. What is the situation? These people, they spend all their youth, all their adulthood, all their life throughout the day in the dark cell. So their eyes get adjusted with the darkness, and that is why they cannot see the light outside. When they come outside, their eyes get irritated. And not only that, there is another side effect of that. Mostly bangle makers end up losing their eyesight before they become adults. So before they become adults, what happens to them? They lose their eyesight. So with this, we are coming to the end of today's lesson. Thank you.